Last video, we took Sparky, our high mileage BMW E36 M3 to 2 track days in the same weekend. The car did great for the most part, but on our way home from the second track day, we experienced an issue. Today, we are going to discuss what happened, and then, as you saw at the start of the video, we're gonna have some fun. Last video, we took Sparky to 2 track days in the same weekend to see if she would survive. She did pretty well for the most part, outside of a couple hiccups, mostly my seating position. But on our way home from the second track day, right at the end of the weekend, I know the car almost survived, we experienced a catastrophic failure from one of our track tires. So what we're gonna do now is go pull all the tires down and take a look at our track tires and explain what happened. These are all 4 of our track tires on our track wheels. This one is the problem child. As you can see, complete sidewall separation from the tread on the inside here, which is really strange. I did explain in the last video the reason we got a tow, even though I swapped the spare on, is because I was a little nervous that one of these other ones was going to blow out too, because I had heard more noises after this one had blown out, kind of similar to what I was hearing before this one did, so I was kind of freaked out in the moment and I didn't want to have a second one blow out on the side of the road. I spoke with a lot of seasoned track guys about this issue, these tires, and the verdict I think I've kind of come to is it was probably about a 50% tire failure, 50% me. A couple of things in retrospect that I can now think about that I should have did. For starters, I should have been monitoring my tire pressure way more often that weekend. To be honest, I kind of set it and forget it at the start of the weekend, and I only checked it like maybe once or twice afterwards, and only once day of when I had this tire blowout. I'm not saying I needed to check these tires after every session, but I should have checked them at least several times throughout the day, and I should have definitely checked them before I drove home. There may have also been some sort of user error in my driving style and how I was using the tire that may have affected how this one failed and why these honestly kind of wore so poorly. Now, as for the tire, these are the Continental Extreme Contact Forces, and honestly, I am super unimpressed. These are labeled what's called a 200 tread wear tire, which for those of you who don't know, because I'm also a big novice to tires, basically it's supposed to be a tire that you can safely drive on the street to the track on them, the tires will hold up to the heat of the track, and then you can drive home, and they're supposed to be safe. That's the whole sort of shtick of a 200 tread wear tire, which is what these are. So I said that the tires just didn't hold up. What do I mean by that? Well, obviously this, but this could have been a plethora of things. The rest of the tires that did not blow out, the tread is super gummy, and it was just sending rubber chunks all inside the fender well, and some of that is normal for a 200 tread wear tire. These are really sticky. When they get hot, the rubber starts to kind of gum up and, chunk off. But these look a lot worse than most 200 tread wear tires that I've seen, and friends' tires that I've looked at that have way more track time than these have on them. I also noticed on one of these tires, I forget which one, I'll put B-roll up on screen. I noticed some heat marks sort of on the edge of the sidewall, which was really surprising to me because both days that I tracked it, the track wasn't super hot, and I was, well, honestly, incapable of pushing the car 10/10ths. Now, a factor that could have also contributed to this would be the tire pressure. If I had the tire pressure wrong, then it would be a lot easier to overdrive the tire. They were overinflated, underinflated, etc., etc. But after we had the blowout from this tire, I checked tire pressure of the front driver's side wheel and the rear passenger side wheel, so opposing corners, and they were like 31.5 and 32 PSI. So as far as I know, the tire pressure was okay up until it wasn't. But Continental said that they would not warranty this model of tire under any circumstance, meaning street, track, nothing. They don't offer warranty on this tire, which to me was kind of disheartening. And honestly, Continental has lost me as a customer for their track tires, at least for a period of time. Because these, maybe other people have had better experience with them, but for me, they did not hold up and they didn't stand to the test. So now we have essentially 3 dead, questionable track tires. However, there is a silver lining if you look at it the right way. You might be asking, hey Sonny, what could be the possible upside of having 3 dead track tires? Answer, to have a little bit of fun. But we're not gonna do that in this video. I have a special plan for those tires. Instead, we're going to burn off the street rears on our street set of tires, the rear tires, because our rear tires are getting quite low on our street set, about 1 to 30 seconds left. And they are also Continental road tires. So in the spirit of burning a set of Continental tires to release our anger and frustration, we're gonna go have some fun with these, and we'll do something with those at a later date. Now, before we can go have some fun, I need to do something that I've been meaning to do for quite a while since we have a new partner with us on the channel. Oh no, it tore just like our broken heart. Now, a word from today's sponsor, Turner Motorsport and their partner ECS Tuning. Turner Motorsport and their partner ECS Tuning are your one-stop shop for your genuine OE, OEM, and aftermarket parts for your aging European sports cars like Sparky behind me. With their lifetime warranty, we can be assured that the parts we're buying off of their website are high quality for our babies because they only get the best. Click the link in the description down below to support the vendors that support MTech and help us buy parts for this car. We had a lot of fun the other day. That was my first attempt ever in any car at a burnout. Honestly, I didn't think it was that bad of an attempt. Now we have new rear tires and Sparky is safe to drive again in the rain. We hung out with some friends, we had fun, we were safe, car made back one piece. Mostly, the gearbox is now making a weird whining noise that's very faint in fourth gear. I don't know what that's about, but otherwise, all is well. We're gonna save those other track tires for another event, and we're gonna get some new track tires next year. We will do one more track day this year, maybe two, at the end of the season in this car. So stay tuned for that. But with all of that said, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, as usual, like it to let me know you guys enjoy this content. Subscribe if you're new and you want to see more with our high mileage E36 M3 Sparky. But take care, and we will see you in the next one.
Feels like I've been doing way too much.